bring y'all sisters up in here. Come up in here. Let's talk Top Model. Did you guys watch the Top Model documentary? Crazy. Crazy, right? Seriously, crazy. So I didn't finish the last like 8 minutes of it, but I was really trying. I was really trying to, but I just got like, I got tired of watching it. I really did. I got tired of watching it. No shade. I just was like, eh. What's up, Stretch?
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing?
Good. Brain about to explode, but I'm good.
Yes, you the student now. You about to be a straight A student, right?
Hey, that's what we working on.
That's what's up. I'm a TikTok student right now, so I'm in class. Um, did you hear anything, or did you watch the Top Model documentary?
Unfortunately, no, I did not.
Okay, I know you in school. You ain't even in the loop right now.
Right. I'm really not.
Were you someone that actually watched it when it actually aired?
Oh, back in the day, for sure.
Okay, so you was like an OG Top Model person as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, so in 2020, during COVID, during the pandemic, when everybody's in the house and binge watching stuff, a lot of the younger generations was binging Top Model. So they was watching it with a more mature eye lens,
Okay.
back then reality TV was fairly new.
Mm-hmm.
So the competition stuff was fairly new. So they would make people do toxic stuff and get away with it, but it was just a different time. So they've been exposing a lot of the stuff that was behind the scenes from then. But if you like an OG Top Model person, they've been talking about that stuff. It's been like a few people, like not necessarily like the majority, because it's more people speaking now, but people have been talking for years about Top Model and the treatment of people and everything like that, because it had like 27 seasons. It had a lot of seasons.
Yeah, it did. It did.
And I think I stopped watching after season 6. So clearly, even for me, I wasn't like, like I guess I peeped it early.
Mm-hmm.
We got Vernell in the building. What's up, Vernell?
Hey, Vanille.
What's going on? What's going on? Let's get this done because I'm enjoying the comments.
Oh my gosh, I'm seeing a lot of like, I don't know, conflicting
This
opinions for real for me.
this just tells you how much people paid attention,
Yeah. Yeah, because I was saying, I was
which
like,
was
people been talking
absolutely
about this.
none.
They've been like, this isn't nothing new for me.
Right.
They're
So like,
just
I didn't
It's
they're
learn
just
been
now
absolutely
catching up
nothing
with it.
new.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I learned
it's
absolutely
been
nothing new from this documentary, and I think the only thing that, like, I understand what everybody's saying, but a lot of people are watching it saying they didn't know, like, but I don't know how, because it's been out for a long time, but
because they were too busy paying attention to all the drama to notice.
Exactly.
They were too busy hyping up how she blew up an old girl to notice anything.
yeah. I mean, they were too busy entertained by it. How about that?
Exactly.
Because it was
Yeah.
so brand new.
Yeah, because I'm
Exactly.
telling you, I quit watching it after season 6.
I,
I think that's the season
I stopped
Danielle
watching
won.
after Evil One.
I stopped after Danielle. Danielle was like, I was noticing it was toxic for a while, but Danielle, it pissed me off. They made her close her gap, and it really made me mad. And I was like, I ain't watching this. I was so mad because she
But
was
it's
like,
always been like that, though.
I know, and I guess for me, I was disappointed with the documentary because I was under the impression that Tyra was going to be more accountable for her stuff. I understand that
Oh,
it's not
please.
just
Why?
Tyra's
See,
stuff.
this is what people are trying to are calling themselves being mad at. That she's not taking any accountability. She's not apologizing. Listen, keep The only apology she owes anybody is to anybody who's ever on that show that's generally been
That's it.
affected by it.
And it don't have
She don't
to be a
owe she
public
don't
one
owe the
either.
outside world no apology.
Right.
And I agree with that.
So
I'm not saying
people need to kill it.
I think because she did this, so she didn't have to do this. That's what was expected
Nah.
of doing this.
I mean, they would have had it.
It was like,
I
what
mean,
was the
this.
purpose of her doing this? That's why I'm excited to see the Claudia one because I can. And then I'm irritated too because Janice Dickinson don't need to be talking about nobody at all. She was
Oh
main
my God, she
toxic
was
one on
horrible.
the show.
She fat shamed every model that came through there.
Right, she been toxic. Why is she? She shouldn't even have an opinion. They weren't even mean enough about her on this documentary. They was like, oh, that's just how she is. That's the problem.
Right.
That's the problem. Like she was so, and I mean, everybody was shady. Like I think that was a good part about it. Like we had Nigel, we had Jay and Jay saying stuff, but I do feel like it was disappointing that Tyra wasn't with them, or finding out that Tyra and Jay fell out, and it was like, well, you want to talk about him? No, I deserve to talk. Girl, what you do this for? Don't nobody want your ice cream. We want if you gonna do this, give us.
She wanted camera time because they would have had this come out.
Exactly. That's why she wanted that. I mean, because if you weren't gonna go in depth about it, why even do it?
Exactly. That's why I'm irritated. Like she wasted my time.
Right.
She wasted my time.
I mean, look,
but 2 minutes in front of the camera is a lifetime for some people.
We are at a point in time, apparently, unfortunately in our lives, where everything we used to watch, things are coming out, and we're gonna look at it like, holy hell.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, for me, we knew this stuff though. Like hearing about Disney and Nickelodeon kids and stuff, like when we didn't have social media, stuff wasn't getting exposed. Like Top Model was Black Planet, MySpace days. Like we was talking about this stuff. It's not like it wasn't out there. So y'all just weren't into it. And then you got newer generations that's just now getting hip to it. We said it was toxic. Y'all the ones that kept watching it to where it got to 26 seasons. Because I stopped after season 6.
Just like just like she said, y'all wanted this shit.
Yeah, y'all liked it. Because I was like, oh no, like. I didn't like Fear Factor. You will not make me eat a bug. Your mama? No, I'm not doing that.
Exactly.
And the money
did not get me. I ain't even like it.
The more ridiculous, the more the rating.
Yes, and I wasn't. I always explain the model to people. Even like as a young adult, I explain this to people. My sense of humor isn't the same as everybody else's. I don't think stupidity is funny. So when I start seeing stuff, it just got stupid. And people was just being stupid for money or for fame. I really was like over it, like in all aspects. That's why it's so weird because our generation is the generation of reality TV. It started with us. We watched it really, we really watched it develop to where it's at. And I can't stand none of it right now. Like none of it.
Look, we're about to get these mini documentaries on The Price is Right, Dr. Phil. We're probably gonna get a mini doc on American Idol when Simon, Randy, and Paul were there. We're gonna call Simon trash.
Give us the real deal. Get like the dude that Paula said, Corey. Like have him talk
go into that.
I mean, we gonna talk. We gonna hear about how Simon was trash.
On it, but they ain't gonna go into it for real.
We gonna hear about how Simon was trash.
Simon, like
and people watch because of him.
Right.
And people watch because of him. People watch not because more or less for the talent, but to hear him talk to tell somebody they were terrible.
Yeah, but that usually
so come on.
He would say the stuff we was thinking, and then sometimes he would
right. Yeah. So that's where Tyra kind of.
After Fantasia.
See, I stopped watching after.
I was finished.
I was done after Fantasia.
I was good.
After Ruben and Fantasia, I was cool on American Idol.
I got my person. Season 3, shut it down. I was good.
I mean, listen. It's just like us now watching Moesha. We're like, yeah, she was trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
No,
watching
for
Family
real.
Matters now
I knew back
grown,
then.
Laura was trash.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I
but yeah, exactly. But we knew back then.
we knew it.
But
And
now
then
people say
I guess I feel like I wasn't dumb. I wasn't amongst the dummies. Like it was an episode of Family
exactly.
Matters where Laura was so mean to Steve. I stood up and wanted to punch her in the face as a kid. I was so mad. Like, how dare you treat him like that? I was
Exactly.
so pissed. So I don't understand how everybody act like she was this. Like, yeah, but y'all was cool with it. Stefan was fine. I agree with that, but I still think
Mm-hmm.
Laura should treat him like that. And the way they flipped it in the end, she ended up with him in the first place. Like, cause I knew he was like a good dude. He just
Mm-hmm.
was too clumsy for me.
After she was all ran through a war, and
But
she
what you
ran to
mean
Steve.
ran through though? We ain't never seen Laura get ran through nothing. Don't do my
after
girl like that.
relationship after
Something,
relationship
something
after
happened.
relationship
Something happened in the
after.
media where y'all start making dating sleeping with. We grew up with dating was going out on a date. Okay, Will Smith had a million girlfriends on them shows. Okay, the only couple we actually saw was relationships. The only one we cared about was Lisa, and he had a girlfriend every different episode. But everybody say he was ran through.
Exactly.
That is
It's
not
always the
okay.
female that's
Shit.
ran through.
Well, we knew
Whatever.
Joan was trash, and we knew Joan was trash and girlfriends. We knew Tony was trash and girlfriends, but nobody cared about that because we kept watching for the drama. So let's not make it.
I mean,
Let's chill on
that
this.
Salacious was like what it was about. I mean, it still is though, but I think that's probably why we can't get like a solid black sitcom or drama series like that, where we all tune at the same time and all same personalities, because it's too much stuff that's got to be politically correct. There's too much stuff that got to be, everything's toxic, everything's bad. So even stuff that's entertaining
Mm-hmm.
to some, it's not entertaining to others. And this person is saying that you got to fix this person. It's kind of hard to balance it, but I mean,
Right, and that's why
reality
the
Watch.
shows to
reality
me,
What
the,
in
that's why the
20 in
reality
20 years
shows right
in
now
20
are
years
doing so
somebody's gonna
good.
binge watch Empire and say that was trash.
Yeah.
They was all trash. So come on, come on.
I guess for me, stuff like that, when people say like Martin is trash, it's a sitcom. It's not supposed to be reality. You know what I mean? Like Top Model,
Mm-hmm.
this is real people's real life. So I look at that a little more different than if you stay on the set. I mean, if the work environment is toxic, that's one thing. If the show is toxic or whatever, but people tuned in, that's on people. That's not, you know what I mean? Like it's different than it being realistic and reality to me.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And but then again, the models who went out for this show,
Yeah.
they knew what was coming. They knew they. I think they knew. I think they knew what they were going. They knew what they were signing up for. Like Eva said, this is a competition.
Right.
At the end, when it all came down to it, that show was a competition.
See,
You
okay.
signed up for a competition.
Oh
I
yeah,
can
but not to
understand
be
the where you're coming
exploited and
from.
not to have your childhood traumas brought to your face and your
I
Now
get
mama got
that.
that
shot
I
and
get
they had you
that.
take a
okay.
picture and you
Now
got it right in
okay.
your head and then you
Now
sit there
the
talking about somebody gap when you got a big five head. It's just too much
not
to
a big
me.
five. Okay, I'm going
Not
to
the
No,
sleep
big
now.
I
five
agree.
head.
I agree
She
with
said
what you're
big
saying,
five head.
Twin.
That is
I
the
agree with
line of
Twin.
the
I do.
day.
I agree with you, Twin. But I feel like when it comes to certain stuff with this reality stuff, you do sign up for it. Some of it you don't, but some of it you do.
I don't think they knew. The
No,
early girls didn't
right,
know.
right.
At
But
the extent how greedy they were and
I
how
would
much
say
they
okay.
tried to
especially because they
exploit them
I would
pushed
say
it.
girls.
after season three.
That
Yeah, because they
After
documentary
start
season
pissed
pushing
me
it. They
off.
start pushing it. I feel like
season four
initially
beyond,
everyone was
I
learning,
think they figured it
even
out.
Tyra and James, but they peaked it eventually, especially because the execs is like, well, we gotta do something else. We gotta, even if like you can't keep
Mm-hmm.
blaming the big bad media and saying it's this machine making me do it. When do you turn and say, okay, no? Because if Tyra's like goal was to change stuff, then why did you
Shit.
start conforming to it? That was my only thing. Like,
She
okay, if
became the
you
very
say
monster
because
that she was fighting
keeping her on
against.
TV,
And the Shandy
because she
shit,
became a part of
she
the machine.
re-victimized
Right.
Shandy so many times. She re-victimized that girl. Had her on the show talking about it. You know the girl getting essays. Just
Now that's
crazy
the
work.
moment. That's the moment where you be like, yeah,
And I
yeah.
feel like Tyra's, to me, on the documentary, Tyra's excuse for that was the machine, the machine, the machine. You know, they're making me, and it's like, okay, but when are you gonna say I was wrong? That was what I was saying as far as being accountable. Because yes, as someone that's in the media, I understand what sells. I understand ratings. I understand network. I understand pressure, which is why I didn't go into news. Like, I get it. I totally understand it. But when did you become a part of it? Because at some point you became a part of it, which is when I backed out. When I saw that Tyra was kind of lightweight bullying these girls, I was like, I don't like this. This ain't cool. He became a part of it. I'm not gonna say that it was all Tyra, but to be like 50, 60-year-old and you up here now, you can't just be like, yeah, you know, this is and be accountable. That was what I was talking about as far as that. I understand the machine, but you became the machine to some of them girls.
Right, you did.
And then a lot of them was fresh out of high school, 3-4 years out of high school. You got to think about it.
18, when you like just coming out for real.
You young,
right?
And you see an opportunity of lifetime by somebody that you see as an idol. That's why they tell you never meet your heroes. You see as an idol, and you don't even understand the veracity or the magnitude of the opportunity that lays before you. All you know is you tired of laying on the bed with rats and roaches, hand clapping and singing the blues, and you want to get something better for your life, or you want to buy your mama a house because just how they exploit the athletes. They want to get away from poverty. They want to get away from their circumstances. So they'll allow themselves to be exploited unwittingly, not understanding the magnitude of the choices they're making. The human brain doesn't even fully develop till 25. So are we really gonna be like, it's a maturity thing? And all of those people knew. Tyra and them and all of them was old enough to know what they were doing to them girls. And it's inexcusable. I said it then. Because people were speaking out about top model then. And everybody was
shifting. It's not old.
Exactly. Look,
Shandy left. Shandy
none of this was new.
It was people that was on that show and like we were watching the episodes. That's why I was like, on the documentary, they were showing stuff that was already being called out. We saw the shady stuff. We saw she was drunk. We saw the girl, Kenya, where the boy was touching all on her because she said something.
Yep.
Like we saw Jay say, y'all chose the worst picture. Like we saw this stuff in real time. We saw you scream at Tiffany like, I was like, we all was like, damn, girl.
And she left out some stuff because she said, go home and go sleep in your dirty house with your baby. That's what the part that they left out, that they edited out.
That's what I'm saying. So, that's what Tiffany was saying. They did not show everything. And that's what I was saying. Why we ain't
okay, but it was just her 5 minutes of fame, but it was to not make her look bad.
Yeah,
right.
And whatever they needed to do to make her not look bad, that's what they did.
Just
to get her out. I feel like it's gonna backfire because I personally feel like a lot of people that was from my generation let top model go, like, right, because we started from the beginning, and when we saw it start turning left, we was no longer interested. It got again 27 seasons. I stopped after 6.
Right.
So it went very, very far. People was keeping that thing going. Julie was gone. Like, it's people that be talking, like even the season with the first trans, ISIS. I stopped watching. I didn't even know. Like, I heard they was talking about it. Oh, okay, for real. I wasn't
they started having it went co-ed. I wasn't watching that shit.
I heard it was co-ed. They had tall people, short people. Like, they had like all kind of gimmicks. I did not turn back. No.
They had male models. I didn't know nothing. I knew nothing about that.
I was done. So the fact that people were still jumping aboard and watching it, some people let that stuff go a long time ago. So I think for people that's like me, that watched it and that peep stuff, because we're actually intelligent human beings, okay, that paid attention.
Right.
Comprehension. We was watching it and studying stuff, especially production people. Y'all know we was extra nosy watching and the background stuff as well. So I was expecting them to give us more, especially the part with Tyra, JJ, and Nigel. Tyra couldn't even be in the same room with them.
Nope. Yeah, because she's a piece of shit. That's why. And shit stank. I wouldn't want to sit next to a bitch ass either.
Look, just keep in mind, she lives all the way across the globe in Australia. She ain't seen America no more.
She signed up for this. No.
I feel sorry
She
for the kangaroos because now they're gonna get exploited. She gonna be down there talking
she
about kangaroos next top model.
Yeah, because who is it? Jay, and Nigel about to be on Karen Shepherd show next week. Like they
On the
look
what?
good.
clips on
They doing this
YouTube.
little
There's
documentary.
clips on
Wow,
YouTube already. There's clips on YouTube
And I was
already.
sorry to hear what happened to Miss J. I didn't know that Miss J had suffered a stroke, and the fact that you know what I'm saying she was the way she was so emotional when they all got together. You could tell that they really friends in real life.
Yeah.
I think Tyra saw them as work friends. They weren't like
They were
real
co-workers.
friends. I
That
don't think
that is
she
They were
one
really.
thing that we're
co-workers.
learning that in real time. I just learned this. I think last year or the year before, whatever year I stopped watching Married to Medicine. I think that was like the end of my reality shows, and I was like, you know what? These ladies don't really have real friendships. It's coworker because
No.
Oh, I could
I
say.
look
Oh,
at
I could have told you that.
my
I was
friends
down
like
here.
but I didn't. I mean, they introduced it like it's a friend group, right? So when you
You
watch
could
it,
tell that they ain't.
especially when you invest it from the season beginning, I've been watching it from the beginning. They like said they friends, and I'm thinking y'all done been around each other this long. If I have a job and I'm there for 15 years, and I don't went out of the country with these girls and been to baby showers with these girls and they weddings, like I'm thinking we done really built a bond. Because I ain't inviting nobody to my stuff like that. That we ain't cool for real.
You'd be
So
surprised at frenemies.
I know, but
Right.
I don't get down like that. Like that's not how I
Me
get
neither.
down. So when I see how they be treating their
That's why you can
coworkers,
never be on reality TV.
I
I
cannot.
know I can't.
I
I know the fuck I
can't.
can't. They gonna be bleeping me every episode because I'm gonna be cussing somebody out and talking about they mammy ain't shit and they pappy cockeyed. It's gonna be something.
God damn.
For real.
I don't know. I just recently discovered having coworkers I don't like. Okay. I usually get along with everybody. It
Oh, you
ain't usually
recently discovered? I've always been the Grinch.
I'm
Oh,
usually
Hilarious.
cool with
oh.
everybody. Like I go to work, get my job done, and leave because I have a real life
Yeah.
outside of here. So this ain't nothing to
Exactly.
me. This don't matter to me. I'm cool. I'm cordial with everybody, like all the time. I just
Right.
recently
But for
discovered
some
being
people,
like,
you gotta
oh, I don't like
realize
it. It
that's
just
their
recently
only
clicked
outlet.
in my boundary season where I be like, don't like her, don't talk to me, don't like him, get away. Like I just no.
Some people, that's their only friends they ever
Well, they
had.
Yeah,
serve a
some
You
people
good
right.
purpose
work
of the
is it.
environment that you're
You
in.
right.
Some people
You
work
right
is
about that.
it for them. That is truly it for them. And that's
They
not
ain't
my
got nothing else.
yeah, that ain't
They ain't
my
got
life.
nothing.
That's not
Right. They
I'm not
have no
used to
other
that.
life.
Yeah, I'm
My
not. But
last boss
again,
was like
Tyra
that.
treated them like Portia treated Fallon, like we just coworkers. I don't care. Like, assignment over. When Jay was talking about how he said to Tyra, like I'm ready to stop, and he had done like a lot of seasons, and he like I'm ready to move, do something different. She was like I'm disappointed, and then they got him to like work one time, and she was like mean to him, like cold, but then with the cameras on, she's like, hey. It
She's
was
a
off.
piece of
Like,
shit.
like, damn, Tyra, like, and you
That's
ain't
right.
like,
She know how to say action.
you have these people come on here and do a documentary with you, and you ain't really give us that, like, that you. I don't know. Again, we talked about this on Tuesday. For Tyra to have sold herself as to be such an authentic person and not give us that in this documentary was disappointing to me, right? To me, it was
Well, I
disappointing
mean,
because I
it's
did look
like the
up to Tyra
saying.
as someone that always said she was authentic at one point, and to see her be like 60 or how old is she? Ain't she about 60? Almost
I
60.
can't
Yeah,
tell
she's in
by
her
the
sixties.
52-inch
Yeah.
forehead. I can't tell.
She almost there. She almost there.
Okay, so
Yeah,
be
she
like
almost
almost
there.
60
You
years
too old
old,
to be
and you can't
lying.
like be grown about this. You know what I mean? Like we
No,
all make
because
mistakes. We
here's the
all
thing.
grow, and you couldn't.
Here's
Okay,
the
so
thing. You
now
got
let me
some
just say
people.
this. I feel like she took as much accountability as she could because it really wasn't totally her decision. The whole show was on a breaking, like they said, it was the first of its kind. knowing that, like, I'm sure if you go back to Flavor of Love, a lot of those contestants said a lot of things about the show, but it had never been done before, so there was no regulations to it.
Right.
So
Yeah,
therefore,
yeah. Let's do a
some of the
documentary on
things that
Flavor
are
of
in
Love.
place right now that can't happen, where they got these people not eating and all of this, that cannot happen because of the things that happened to them. They didn't know what to regulate. Not to say that they were the best of people, but then again, this again is reality TV. Now, the fact of the matter of her and the friendships, she was upset that they did what they did to them. She was just a coward to me. They shouldn't have heard that from them. If you guys, and they wasn't just work friends, she knew them outside, and that's how they got on the show. She knew Miss J since she was 16 or 17. She knew Mr. J from doing her makeup. So these was the only person she really forged a friendship on the show with was Nigel. But they were friends outside, so I feel like she was dead wrong for that.
So that's
Oh,
exactly
yeah, she
what I was
was.
saying, Mocha. You popped in. You ain't here. We talked about what you said, which I agree. It is a machine.
You popping in all late.
I just
Well,
don't want. I don't
I
want you to
sat
think
there
we
and
got.
listened to y'all say what y'all was saying first, and
Yeah,
then
I
I
didn't want you to
popped
think
in.
we didn't just put all the blame on her because we didn't. I don't think that it's all her fault. I do feel like you can't only blame it on the machine when it gets older and you know better. But I
No,
also
she
feel
took
like
As a
accountability to
woman,
a lot of stuff that I thought
as a
that she was gonna be
woman,
like, no, I didn't. She
yes.
said I could have handled that a lot differently in my hue of a grown up, and that kind of reminded me of us again going back on when we go do the watch party. We watch different things from a adult hue, and we be like, oh my god! Again, when we watched A Thin Line, I got upset. Like, I can't believe that I thought this way at this age. And now looking at it, I was dead wrong. So I feel that
Y'all thought Brandy
her.
was a villain the whole time.
I
Oh, I
did.
did.
No, it was Marcus punk ass.
I thought
And,
Brandy was
and it
crazy.
is, and I
Yes.
get that. What I'm learning in my adult life is just I think different than other people. Because when Mocha and I talked about Thin Line, as a kid, I thought he was toxic. I was like,
As
yo,
hell.
why he tell her I love you? I think because I always put myself in that villain's shoes. I like villains. I'm a villain. I like villains. Y'all be bringing us that that way. Y'all be getting
I
me.
hope we all. I hope anybody listen to this
Yes.
remembers this. So when she pop off out of nowhere, just remember she's a
Yeah,
villain.
I'm a villain in a few people's story, and I'm okay with that. What?
Right? But guess what? Guess what? I might be a villain in your story, but you a crackhead in mine.
Ain't that about a blend?
Oh,
Stuff
stop.
happens. I always be like, but what happened before that? Because people like to tell the story in the middle and not in the beginning. What happened to
Yeah.
make somebody react that way, and now they treating you like that? Like, let's tell the whole
Yeah.
story. So I'm
Yeah.
with
The
you on
main
that. But like I
concept.
said, for me, as someone that used to look up to Tyra at her big grown age, I expected her to come with a little bit more, not necessarily being accountable, but being honest, right? Being
Yes.
honest about some stuff. And the way she did Mr. J, I'm not even gonna talk about Mrs. J yet. I'm gonna talk about Mr. J. With he wanted to leave, and because of that, she got grimy with him. That's not okay. You don't get to hold him and his life hostage. If he want to go somewhere else, he gave you 11 seasons and he ready to move on and do something else. You held him hostage and then
Because
was
she got a
mean
taste
to
of that
him.
money.
And
They
then
all
be
got a
mean
taste
to
of that
him
money.
in that moment. Somebody whose house you used to spend the night at. Someone who used to come up with concepts with you and help you when you was like looking like the it girl, but wasn't really having the access to certain stuff. Like he was like a rider. So for that to be their situation, her to get shady in that moment because of greed or because of whatever her reason it was, years later now, at your big grown age, you couldn't face that man? That's tacky. I
No,
don't like
because
that.
she was with Kid Mock,
Maybe
and he
she
was
felt like the
Kid
situation is
Mock.
something that shouldn't be talked about for the first time in front of a camera.
I hear
He
you,
wanted to
Mocha.
talk that. We don't know if
She
since then
knew
she
what
has
she knew
talked
what
to
she was
him.
signing up for with this documentary. She should
Okay,
have
well,
hashed
maybe
it
she
out with
felt like
him
I need to
before
fill
they
out the
filmed it.
thing. I don't feel like she was wrong for not
Well,
telling
she
us.
didn't call him
She
because she
didn't
said
tell
he
us
never
why they
said
fell out. I mean, she
I
didn't
feel
tell
like
us.
she should have handled that before they filmed this documentary. Then, when you sign up for this, well, let me talk to Jay first because you know he owned it. Like, don't leave that there like that because
Okay, and then I
it seems
also
like she
wanted to
don't
know
do
that
it.
are y'all saying like, okay, because when I was watching it, I started thinking too, like, oh, it was bad, and the things that they did to those girls was, they was pushing the envelope. But I start thinking back to how we always be like, oh, sometimes, where do the parents come, like, in when it was like, say, R. Kelly or something like that. I feel like all of those girls, when you sign up for stuff like that, you signing yourself over kind of like to the devil. Like, if you don't know, you sign like, oh, girl with her teeth. She was like, I was in pain, but she said I signed a separation thing. They did that willingly. They wanted to be America's Next Top Model. Now,
They want to be on TV. They want to be
yes, like
top
I
models.
was
They
just
want to
thinking,
win
like,
that
and then
100 grand.
yes, and that they sold themselves for that. I mean, right or wrong, they signed themselves to let them do whatever the heck they wanted to do to them.
What you're saying is they signed the contract for the devil. But
pretty
we
much
can tell the devil they the devil. You can still that could be true. Yes, what you said is very true. But the devil is still the devil, and our job is still to call the devil out.
And evil comes as something pleasing to your eye. So
and everybody watched it, and nobody really got offended until they got grown and then watched it again.
No,
I'm telling you, let me say this. If they were outraged, we couldn't see it because we didn't have social media,
right, exactly,
and we didn't have outlets like we do now.
And they all signed NDAs.
Yes, like it's just like, to me, it's outrageous to go back and be hypocritical. We was all watching it. We all watched it. And if, like, just like you said, Julie, you stop watching reality TV because it got to you where you was like, I can't watch it no more. Stop watching it.
For me, right? We're talking me, because I can only speak for myself. For me, I saw a different group of people that was complaining about the stuff back then. I was on AOL and AOL. I was in MySpace. We were talking smack about it then. So you might not have seen that group of people because you might have been entertained by it. But I stopped watching it.
I'm not saying that people weren't. No. And I'm not saying that people weren't. I discussed it with. I had debatable conversations with people and places about things like that. But what I'm saying is, like, they the ones decided to binge watch it. Like, don't watch it.
Right. And that's the newer generation of people. I think that's what I'm saying. For me,
yes,
I'm coming from somebody that said it was toxic a long time ago, right? So I'm coming from somebody that's been having these conversations since season 6. I seen when Danielle came and talked out. I seen when Takara was doing radio interviews. I seen when Lisa was talking. Lisa been talking for a long ass time about this.
Forever.
I've seen Adrian when Adrian had the show with the Brady Bunch boy. I've been watching all of this. Like, I've been there from the beginning.
Like, people been talking.
So for me, this conversation has been repeated constantly, and Tyra ain't getting new. That's all I'm saying. Tyra, you should have gave me more. Because you ain't give me nothing. Everybody said that. You finally came and you got up there with your trench coat and was like, yeah.
Look, giving very Inspector Gadget.
Like, girl, that's it. We waited for you, Tyra D. Banks, to give us something, and you gave us that. Like, it was just disappointing to me what Tyra gave.
I knew she was going to apologize because she came in looking like Inspector Gadget. I was like, get messy.
And then it was more disappointing. It was more disappointing that it wasn't that Tyra, like, didn't talk about the girls and that stuff, because I knew all this stuff already, and I didn't really expect Tyra to do much. I didn't expect her to do her friends like that. That's where I was disappointed.
You can always judge a person by how they do their friends.
Yeah, that was messed up. But then again, what I realized was, maybe to Tyra, they weren't her friends. They was her coworkers. That's how she looked at them. They were like, damn, girl.
They were on camera co-workers, and once camera said cut, it's time to go home.
Yeah.
I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Then she just need to say that, like, we weren't as close as everybody thought we were, or whatever. She kind of like brushes it off. She does a lot of vernacular gymnastics. I noticed
Yes.
yeah, you want to half admit it, but then you backtrack, and then
That
you want to
part.
give a little bit, then you take it right back. Then you give
Right.
us a little shoulder, then you take it right back. Ain't nobody got time for that shit, bitch. You too old to be lying
Come
about
on,
what you
Anna
did.
Huxtable. Come on, Anna Huxtable.
I'm
Hey,
mad as
don't
hell.
play. I know a
Okay.
Cosby Show live. Come
Okay.
on,
Right,
fan dance.
right. You already know, girl, for real.
I'm
Piss me
No,
done.
you a
off.
For
I'm
Cosby kid.
sure.
Don't
like,
give me a
God.
line. I'll be ready for it.
Look,
And
look,
then you
like
got to
I
think about
said,
it. History, if we look at history and like just look at history in a basic sense, it's looking back and pointing out the things that were wrong that were probably considered okay back then.
Mhm.
But you look back and be like, that wasn't cool.
I
That was
think
not
it's
okay.
good to have. I think the problem is people are uncomfortable when people unpack these things and have these conversations because they were entertained by it, right? Because
exactly.
that's what was going on with
It's
most a hit dog
it's
a
messing up
hit
your
dog
life.
hollering. Because for me, I peeped that stuff a long time ago. So you was
I
entertained
did
by it. You
too.
was like, well, everybody was. No, we wasn't. No, we wasn't. It wasn't.
Nah.
I
Now
was
this
saying it
this
then
was
because I'm
toxic. This
like,
was
why is she
toxic
saying
back
this to
then.
me?
It was toxic then too. You just laughed at it.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped watching it. Then I
Right.
started watching a different. I went to a different reality show. Like I hopped shows. I would get rid of a toxic show in a minute. Love and Hip Hop was the only one that held me for a long time.
Girl, I got
Which
tired in.
one?
I got tired in after the third season, girl. I couldn't
I
do
think
it.
after the
I was
CBJ and
done after the
Jocelyn stuff
pandemic.
finally dissolved, I kind of was in and out. I ain't really care no more. But like I was really invested in the Stevie, Mimi, and Jocelyn. And I could not understand it. And Tara, Peter Gunn, and Amina. I just was like amazed. Like, y'all, do y'all know he's playing y'all?
And them bitches was in uterine wars.
Like,
Who can have Peter Gunn's last baby? Ready, set,
look, is
uterus
this
looking
for
at.
real? I sit on it like, ooh, what? I was just amazed. But yeah, no,
Now I
I
didn't
be letting them go. They give me headaches because I can't fathom that this is reality. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right. Who
I
again,
the fuck
mean,
goes into a restaurant and starts snatching wigs and cutting each other out and flipping tables and shit?
yeah, I
No
can't
group of girlfriends I've ever rolled with have ever done that. We don't conduct ourselves
at
that way in
all,
public or in private.
at
So I don't
all.
understand. That's why we get looks when you see a group of black women, and I've had it done. That's how I know when you come into an establishment that might be, all or mostly sour cream coalition, and you all walk in, they all look like
But does
y'all
that
about to
happen in
start
real
killing.
life? Because in my brain, right? In my brain, this stuff is just on reality TV. But my thing is, people see this stuff and they implement. They think
Yeah,
that's how
think
you're
it's
supposed to
real.
act or how you're supposed to behave, or they think that's what
yeah.
we do. And it become it. What happened was it became people start doing this in real life now. Now you got girls
Uh-huh.
acting like baddies and like wilding out, and it's like that's normal. Like that was some
Everybody pulling
TV
up.
shit. What is wrong with y'all?
You're not bad. You're not a bad bitch. You doing bad, bitch. That's why you on this motherfucker. Open up your whole life and showing your soul cervix for a quarter for the whole world to see. Don't nobody want to see that shit. I don't need to know somebody because as a person who's experienced trauma in their life, don't nobody want to keep on having that shit thrown up in their face. I couldn't be on a reality TV show because
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah, no.
windmilling my first day.
Yeah, I couldn't do
I
it. I
mean, look.
realized that. I
I
mean,
mean, like I said,
go ahead.
like I said, it's like the time, the age of when everybody, these girls who participated. It's just like shoot, them white girls doing Girls Going Wild.
Yeah,
We all grown now. They look
yeah.
back at that, they be like, yeah, that was
He was
stupid.
exploiting them women then, young girls, barely
Exactly.
18, showing their boobies, and motherfuckers thought
Exactly.
it was the bee's knees,
And
and I
what
thought
else
it was
happened
absolutely
too? Like,
disgusting.
okay, so you would only see just the boobies, but what happened behind the scenes? Like Girls Gone Wild, uncut behind the
Right.
scenes, what they was doing as far as
Exactly.
you know, it was
Yeah.
more that went down in that. You know,
You
that stuff
already
was
Of
real
know.
course.
crazy and toxic. Like all of this stuff was bad back then, and we know that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with calling it out so history doesn't repeat itself. I think people don't like
Exactly.
for their skeletons to come out and for stuff to be exposed, but it helps the newer generations learn not to repeat the same bull crap. Right? When you know better, you do better. So call it out. I'm not even mad about that. I'm upset that we're trying to give grace and you still ain't being like real. That was what I was saying as far as Tyra. You ain't
Right.
even give us realistically as far as you could have healed one thing, your friendships, your real friendships. Like, even if it wouldn't have, like, y'all can't be friends no more, like, be for real, like, about
Well,
some
not if you're a
stuff.
piece of shit. If
Yeah,
you're a
like,
piece of shit, it's not courtesy. Pieces of shit don't do nothing but float on top of the toilet water.
clearly, I was
He was
disappointed.
doing that.
That's all. I'm just saying, me, I was disappointed in that moment. I was like really disappointed in that. And then finding out that Miss J had a stroke and Curly can't walk and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Even something like that. And I guess if you fall out with somebody, because I can understand this, like if you fall out with somebody and y'all don't talk no more, and a tragedy happens to them, like years later, you might not feel entitled to be able to reach out to them because you haven't been a part of their life for so long. But if Tyra was able to reach out to Mrs. J and say, and hit him up and be able to say, I want to come and see you, then that means that there
I
was a
want her
door open
and
for
got
you to be
money.
able to follow through with it. And it
I
doesn't seem
want her.
genuine. That's sad. That's what I'm saying as far as Tyra. Come on now, let's be genuine. You know what I
But
mean?
got plain money and could go fly and see him anywhere in the world he want to be at. She could go see him. She got the bread. She moved to Australia. She packed her shit and went down there. She got money to go see him. She ain't gonna do it because her ego ain't gonna let her do it. Cause she been told she Tyra Banks, and that's how she feels. She's walking that and she's standing that.
Exactly.
And she don't give a fuck about nothing to nobody but getting to the want to make it on top looking ass bitch. Yeah,
I
you
was
on top,
expecting
but
her.
it's
Okay,
lonely
so
on
I
top
didn't
when
see
you
the
ain't got no
last.
friends.
I didn't see. I think I did though. I'm trying to.
You
I
didn't
think
watch the last one?
listen, I don't know. My day's been run together. But did she announce a new? I know she doing ice cream now.
She did a teaser like she kind of said like
You
she
might
might
bring it back.
bring it back.
No,
Girl,
but
you
no,
better
she
put that
got
shit back
she
up
got
under
that
your
high ice
bed.
cream. That
Yeah,
Smile is ice cream.
I don't want none of that shit because if it tastes like a forehead, I damn sure don't want none of that.
So she
I
said
ain't letting
that
up off
she
that
might do it
forehead.
again. I don't want to see it. I don't want it to come back. I think
I
it's
don't either.
no. We don't need to
Because
do
if
it.
she gonna be trying too hard to make it be something that it ain't, it's gonna be the same old shit. Because the fashion industry is cutthroat. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. Yeah, they more inclusive now, a little bit, but still, you still
Still the
got some
same.
magazines that don't
And the
put
thing is,
nobody on there but real
she
bony
ain't made
girls.
amends. She hasn't made amends to all these other stuff. So you just think we gonna just what? Just watch cause what?
Right.
Ain't nobody gonna watch that.
I'm not. I wish in the fuck I would. Shit, a Japanese cicada would. Shit. No. Hell no.
Okay,
I wish
okay,
she would
y'all,
listen
y'all.
to
Okay, before we go, cause I'm off in it. I said an hour. So listen, before we go, did y'all hear about Fantasia's daddy?
Yes.
Oh my,
He mad or something?
Yes, he is upset.
oh my
He
goodness.
is,
So
he is
and
mad. His
y'all
dread call is
know,
upset.
y'all know how I feel about Fantasia. Y'all know how I feel about Fantasia. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
really really mad about this. So her dad ended up going live, I think on TikTok or on Instagram, one of them things, and he was talking about her husband. Her husband recently re-proposed to her on Valentine's Day, right? Because
Correct.
he
Yeah, I
didn't do it
did
the
see
right
that.
way. So he re-proposed to her so they could renew their vows. They coming up on 11 years, right? And
Mm-hmm.
um he proposed. It's a very beautiful video. I shared it in my stories on Valentine's Day. Like, look, oh, friend, because that's my girl. So I'm happy for her. So her dad, I guess, get worried about the video or something like that. So he go live. He say something about her husband stealing money from her and other stuff, and he fired somebody because they was suspecting him of stealing. I don't know. He just going live, and regardless if he telling tea or he telling lies or whatever the case may be, this is her father.
That's her
Okay,
daddy. Why would you do
her
that?
father. And she
That's
These
something
fathers
you
for
supposed
real
to do
don't be
behind
giving a
closed
fuck.
doors.
right. I was so pissed when I seen this. So then this go viral on everything. Fantasia, I
But
didn't
it
even
must
see
have
what she
have
said.
something to do with it's messing with his money too.
Hey, I'm
Whatever money
telling
she
you,
was giving to him.
or
So
he
Fantasia,
might
they've
have.
been estranged for a little minute. He tried to sue her
Oh shit,
some years
man,
back.
push him down the back stairs. Fuck that.
There you go.
Push him
Exactly.
down the back stairwell in
Exactly.
his
That you don't
wheelchair
hold on.
flat.
Don't
No.
just push him down
Not
the
in a
back stairs. Make
wheelchair,
sure they
though.
greased up.
I'm gonna have to send y'all the
Damn.
videos to follow up because Fantasia had I think she got on social media and said something. I didn't see what she said. Her husband probably made her take it down because he stepped up and did a video, and I watched his video, and I love him for her. I've been loving him for her because he just came up as a man, and even a
And
man
that's probably what the
died.
daddy mad about.
He covered
Well,
his wife.
I hope she ain't getting. I hope she ain't getting Kendu. You know, Mary J.
I mean,
Right.
and that's the thing. Okay, so the problem is her father put this out there into social media. So people that aren't real Fantasia fans, really know her history, really know her
Right.
story, really, you might know her songs. You might, oh, I like her music. Oh, I seen her in this movie, but you don't really know her history. I'm like a real fan. You got the beehives and all that. I'm a Fantasia fan.
I
So
love me some Fantasia.
I know her whole story, met her, know her story down. So people that don't know her story, when somebody say something salacious about her, they gonna run with that. Period. So now everybody oh, she got her a kid, dude. She got her a man taking her money. They don't know how they been. They don't know where Fantasia was when she met this man, or what he's done for her, what his story is, or what's really going on, or why
She has been hoodwinked before.
or why she had to get rid of people and where she was at. They don't know the history. They don't know that their business is together and he does this and what he's been They don't know him because he ain't
Right.
if her dad wouldn't have said nothing, people wouldn't have known these last whatever years. Kendall has been handling it. Not Kendall, damn, y'all. Yeah. Okay. Because I know Kendall is Mary's. Okay, so yeah. So y'all don't know what he's been doing. So I understand people gonna take a click and go with it, clickbait, and just start going. But it's real sad because Fantasia has a story and she done been through some stuff. And she's overcome so much stuff. And she's in a really good season, been looking good, sounding good, doing so amazing. For her dad to bring this negative storm on her life is just so
It's always
sad.
the ones closest to
bruh, you already caused
You see what happened with
drama in this girl's
Gorilla?
life.
It's always that one closest to you.
Let's not talk about Brorilla. I'm sick of that.
That's what it is. It's a Brorilla.
Yes,
It's definitely a Brorilla situation. It's sad that people's families losing their damn mind. Let that girl be happy.
I feel like when you make it, everybody made it, and that's simply not the truth. Because I done put in the work and did what I need to do, lose sleep, and did what I kind of fuck shit to get here, and I'm gonna sit here and pay for you the $10 million house. What are you gonna do with it when you can't keep up the damn tax money and the goddamn grass cut? I'm gonna give you $10 million, and you're gonna do what with it? Because so far you ain't had 10 million and you ain't did shit. So I'm gonna give you some of my shit. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And for you to get on social media, and as a person that has whose parents were their first haters, I understand what Fantasia going through. Because if I ever hit it big, or I do this comedy shit and hit it big, trust and believe, you're going to see motherfuckers all over the internet talking about, yeah, I knew it when it went that down. Yeah, I used to change her diaper. She wasn't shit then. All of that. And I can't wait because I'm going to clap back on them hoes yeah, I remember you was the whore of Babylon. And I remember that 2 of your kids don't know who their daddies are. I'm going to be clapping like a motherfucker. You ain't gonna embarrass me on Beyonce's internet. No, thank you. I know how to sling mud with the best of them, baby. I should have been a politician because I can sling mud.
I don't have quick clap back like that, right? I was talking about that the other day with somebody okay, so my clapbacks ain't that good, where it's funny, shady. I get mad and I get real mean. So I gotta be quiet because I say some cutthroat, really mean.
I'll teach you, friend. I'll teach you. Because
I say either I'm gonna say some real mean stuff, I'm gonna swing on you, I'm gonna just be quiet. So I normally choose peace and I choose to be quiet, but I be wanting to be able to.
Hey, I've been told
they go low, we go to hell.
I be trying to go all the way down to the head.
It's so much fun. Once you learn it, it's the best thing since sliced bread.
I tell them quick, I can look a person down and go ahead and rattle off 5 things wrong with them right there. So go ahead and play with it. Play with it if you want to. I talk about that not me pigeon toe, sliding to the back, blue eyes, blue to the left, blue to the right. Man, I will go in.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn. Because I grew up capping. I grew up blasting. I sat in the back of the bus in school on purpose. because I knew that's where the roast session was happening. I was
Right.
practicing.
I mean, because if they started, I gotta finish it. So I'm just saying.
That's why I be
Yes,
running the
ma'am.
swing
I got
on
to.
people because I can't talk fast and I'm ready to swing. I can win a fight.
That's
No.
why I put finisher on my resume. I put finisher on there. I have finishing skills. Yes, I can finish.
Yes.
That's what's up.
Doing a
She
little
is little
like that.
Della Reese. She doing a little Della Reese.
Not
She is.
Della Reese.
She should have been at
Not
Harlem
I got
Nights.
shot in my pinky toe. Oh no! Not I got shot in my pinky toe.
Pinky toe. Yes.
Mr. Calhoun. I ain't had nothing to do with it, Mr. Calhoun. That was sugar.
She said, "Okay, you sound a little bit like her." Yeah. We did that last year. You could, you would have fit in as being in charge of the girls. Who is in charge of the girl? I'm in charge of the girls.
Girl, let me tell you.
She would have
It's
worked.
real out here in these streets.
But I say
Yes,
that
ma'am.
I don't feel like Tyra did a good job of being in charge of the girls, and I don't think she should have another show. I think she needs to stay making her ice cream until she's ready to apologize and make up with the Jays and Nigel, because that is not okay that they just got fired and you just let it happen like that, and that you was so mean to Mr. J when he was ready to move on with his career, and also that Mrs. J had a stroke and you ain't even went to go see about him.
Shandy made me cry. That made me, I actually teared up when she was telling her story in her confessional and how it still breaks her down to this day. That's the type of damage that ain't a sorry or an apology gonna fix. Like, she's gonna be forever damaged by that. Forever. And it's out there in all perpetuity. Anytime somebody wanna click it up or scroll it up, they can bring it up and watch her trauma all over again. And for that big four-headed bitch got a special place in hell inside Satan's jockstrap for that bullshit she did. Because
And
it's
even
fucked up.
for me, when it comes to Shandy, I'm gonna say it's everybody's fault. And
Yeah.
I think that's where everybody's coming with, not just Tyra's fault. Yeah, it's everybody's fault. I think that Tyra, depending on how much power she had or whatever, it shouldn't have been like you said on her TV talk show talking about it. She said she don't want to see it, making her watch it, like all of that. That's that you re-traumatized her beyond the show, because where you say you didn't have control, which was the big
Right.
thing.
You have control of that.
You have control of the Tyra show, and you don't have to do, especially the way you kept doing it. You talk about it, right?
Yes.
Then you put it. She said she ain't seen it backstage. Then you get her on stage and you want to play it for her to watch it. Well, why didn't you want to watch it? Like, you put her on the spot where she got to talk about this stuff. That is where you wrong. And then get a girl a real apology. Like, give people real, genuine apologies. Like real ones.
And change behavior. That's the part people lose. Don't tell me that you apologize. It has to be coupled with changed behavior or fuck you on apology. Because you won't mean it. My grandma used to always say, never say you sorry because you're not a sorry motherfucker. You apologize and you follow it up with changed behavior.
Yes.
That's it.
That's being an adult.
Come on.
And with her being at her big old age, dressed like Inspector Gadget, you should have enough bandwidth to be like, hey, it was fucked up. And I take accountability for my role in it, and I sincerely apologize, not just on public forums, but in private. She should have got Shandy counseling. She should have had supports. She should have had all of the things that came with that, because when they saw what was happening, they didn't stop it. And that right there, she said, well, it's production. I really don't have nothing to do with production. But production gave them word that they had to hurry up and go run and shoot it when she was in the shower. And they used the technicality. Well, we can't film them when they go in alone, but because he went in there with her, we can film it. Just sitting there like salivating wolves. Like, I could never be in the industry like that. Because I don't have the maturity or the lack of conscience to do something like that to somebody and still get up in there every day and look myself in the morning and still get my bag. I can't. All money ain't good money, and I just wasn't built
like
that
Tyra
way.
became the machine. At the end of the day, Tyra became a part of the machine. And her thing, I think the documentary was a way for her to try to separate herself from the machine, but it just showed me that you're still a part of the machine. You trying to get back on board. You trying to get a show again. That's what I kind of see. So I want to follow up with Claudia Jordan because she's doing something. on behind the scenes on different shows as well too. And I know they're gonna hit Top Model, but I'm irritated because I saw Janice Dickerson and I just don't feel like she's worthy.
Yeah,
Can't stand
it's
that
supposed to be
crazy
Top Model, Dr.
ass.
Phil, and
She
The
top
Price is
crip
Right.
people.
Okay.
Janice is top crip people. Cause that
Claudia's
bitch,
doing The
she,
Price is Right.
I don't like Janice Dickinson. Cause you know she slept and told a story when the Cosby shit hit. She said she
Oh
had a
man,
story
yo,
and
Oh
then turned
her
yeah.
and
around and
Beverly,
said she lied.
yeah.
That old crip people walking ass
Her and
bitch.
Beverly
I wanna
Johnson
push
can
her
go to
ass down a
hell.
flight of steps. Like bitch,
Yeah,
what?
I don't. And then Janice actually took her stuff back. But again, she didn't take it back loudly. She said it so loudly so everybody could hear it. It is like, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
So nobody
Yeah,
heard
trying to
that
get her
part.
career back.
Like I don't want to see her. I don't like her. So yeah.
Tales from the Crypt been over. We done left that back in the 90s. No more Tales from the Crypt. We good.
Yeah, we good.
We good.
We cool. We cool.
Talking about that was the first supermodel. Girl, you look like it. When Moses and them was part of the Red Sea, bitch. You look like the America's biblical top ass model, bitch. You was there when Meshach, Shadrach, and the Billy Goat sat and had a conversation.
There we go.
Look, hello. Okay.
Like shit, yeah, girl, you the first model. You right, the first one, 2 BC. Looking
VC.
at. I can't stand her because she was so mean, and she
was
be like,
She
"Oh,
was
she's
mean.
very
smart.
mean to
She
those
need a little
girls.
weight."
But you can tell she
And
was
she took
jealous for those
Claudia.
girls.
Right.
And
Yeah,
they didn't
So
okay, okay. Now
bad.
listen, I don't say this to be insensitive because I don't know. I have not kept up with the top model people. Twiggy.
That
Are
one.
you talking about the first one, the old bitch head on there?
Listen,
I
she's
I
still
thought she
amongst
came out. I thought
us.
she came after Janice.
Is she
Yeah,
still
she
amongst
did.
us?
I don't know.
Is she
Oh,
still
I don't
amongst
She
know.
us
might be
in the
over in the UK
universe?
eating. I think she over in the UK.
Because I was wondering where she was at. I would have liked to hear from Twiggy. Because Twiggy was
Yeah, I wonder why
nicer
she
than
didn't get
Janice.
her.
She was nicer than Janice, so I would have wanted to hear her perspective of how the other people was and the stuff that was going on around her. Because Janice was a jerk.
Man.
Janice was the female Simon, as she was supposed to be.
Exactly.
Simon.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. She really was.
Yeah, she
She
was.
She
to
was Simon.
Claudia, she was really mean. She,
I feel like she was okay. I could say she was like the Simon, but Janice came off real jealous of them girls. Simon just was like annoyed, Brit mean. Like, you sound terrible. Like, oh my God, go do your regular job. Janice was like, you're a whore. You're skinny. You suck.
yeah,
I was gonna do with you.
hey, I'd
Okay?
be
So, like,
mad
she was
too
like,
if
girl. Like, she was terrible.
I'd be mad too if I couldn't withstand the sun. That's why a lot of them mad because they can't withstand the sun. They sun dodgers. That's why they pissed. Because if the sun get too hot, they all gonna need a black friend.
I was
Because when at
surprised
the heat of
Janice
the
was
day,
still amongst us for real. Like we be losing people like people I don't want to lose, and people like that can go.
well, they say evil never sleeps, but ugly gets plenty of rest.
Hello. Hello. Say it again so the people in the back can hear.
Evil never sleeps, but ugly gets plenty of rest.
Amen. Thank you.
And that
In
bitch
that
was
order.
snoozing.
Okay, well, y'all, that was it. 10 o'clock. I love y'all so much. We watched it. We talked about it. We did what we said we
We
was
did.
gonna do. We did it. Okay. If something else come out that actually I gotta feel passionate to get it out, I'm gonna talk to y'all. Otherwise, I'm back to watching movies. Okay.
Hey.
I told you I ain't
Hilarious.
watching no reality nothing. I will watch a documentary though. I do like to learn certain stuff, but reality TV don't teach me nothing. So I don't want to learn.
Gotta say, it was definitely eye opening, and it gives you no whole perspective. But even going back to Real World, what Tammy Roman went through,
Yeah.
when dude tried to
Yep.
snatch the cover off of her, and she was naked up under the cover, and he knew it. It was trying to have his little 5 minutes. You don't even hear from that comedian no more. I don't even remember his name. I just knew
You ain't
he
heard.
was like Curious
You ain't
George.
heard from him since House Party 3.
Oh, he was in there.
Yeah, he played on Play's cousin.
Oh, I
He
thought he
left the
wanted
real
members
world.
of immature.
Nah, he got out. He literally left the real world and went to set and got on House Party 3. That's the only thing he did.
Oh wow. Well, Karma will do her thing.
Well, that's what happens. But yeah, so I'm back on Sunday, y'all. Y'all have a good weekend. I'm gonna be joining other people's lives. So if y'all doing lives, let me know so I can join y'all lives. And I got
Hilarious.
Valentine's Day on Saturday, so wish me luck. I said I might pop up and show y'all Valentine's Day. But
Don't
we'll
forget
You doing what?
Valentine's Day. Valentine's for the side bitches.
No, I'm hosting an annual Valentine's Day. Have y'all seen that men are doing gal, like whatever the guy version?
Oh, what they doing? Painting each other's
I did
toes and
see
going each
that.
other's hair?
I don't know what they want to do,
I
but they
shall
can
never
do something.
participate.
They gonna be sitting around in a jerk circle, mad about women. These bitches won't submit.
I think
What they
so.
doing?
I think that's it. Yeah. All right, I'm out, y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching, and we will talk to y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Bye.